It's Free Talk Live. Talk radio that won't censor you as long as you don't say any of the things that we are legally obligated by the FCC to prevent you from saying. 603-283-6160. Feel free to give us a call. Talk about whatever's on your mind. With you tonight, it's Aria. Conan, I keep missing you for some reason.
Yeah. I'm back. I'm unmuted.
And what's your name?
Conan.
All right, I'm the captain.
Conan the Libertarian.
And we've been talking about censorship here on Free Talk Live because it's something that's, it's been hitting us a lot lately with...
hitting Conan particularly hard.
As well as library. He's having to go through his own issues with the SEC and because of the library tokens that they use to reward their producers or content producers. So it's not just us. It's a lot of people, and if you've been on YouTube and you haven't been under a rock, and your YouTube provider is a little edgy, usually somewhere in their spiel they're like, "Hey, go follow me on this other platform because YouTube is out. They're collecting scalps, man. My days are numbered."
I've seen that some, but I don't think that's what's really happening. I've noticed that the YouTube prayer has changed. It used to be
YouTube prayer.
Yes, when you edit a video, you always like, comment, and subscribe. That was the YouTube prayer.
Okay, all right.
It's changed.
It's a mantra.
Yeah, now it's like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Join my Discord. Join my Patreon.
So it's grown. It's evolved.
It's grown into this massive labyrinth of things that people say at the end of every video. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
If I want to find you, if I'm not going to join the Discord of this random streamer who I happen to watch occasionally, I have better things to do with my time. But it's certainly expanded, and it's curious to have seen all of that play out.
It's always very humorous to me to watch some. You can tell a fresh virgin YouTuber, and maybe because I watch a lot of gardening videos, so you'll have some old grandma or some old granddad. He's doing his third YouTube video, and he goes through the prayer, the mantra. And you can tell it's like the first time he's ever done it, and he's tripping over his own words, and it's humorous.
But for those, we do it here on Free Talk Live. It used to be, hey, check us out at lrn.fm. Now it's, hey, join the social list, social.freetalklive.com, and the chat at chat.freetalklive.com.
Yeah, well, it's part of the job, actually.
And it used to be join our Discord at discord.freetalklive.com.
I miss Discord. By the way, speaking of censorship, that was one of the first. It was just like, bam, for whatever reason, and I liked Discord.
Well, that was
easy.
because we upset a snowflake, and he went out of his way to do what he could to hurt Free Talk Live.
Yeah, it's too bad those people exist.
Yeah, it is what it is.
He ironically showed Discord.
For the people who are out there watching on video, it actually does help to like, comment, subscribe, and share our content. That's the whole point. We are trying to reach a larger audience, and one of the ways in which we like to do that is with the AMP program. AMP stands for Advertise, Market, and Promote. Money that you use to join the program is used strictly to advertise, market, and promote Free Talk Live. So if you like the show, if you like what we're doing, you might consider checking that out. Tonight's amplifier is Libertarian Banker, who is a gold level amplifier. That means he gives $10 per month to the AMP program.
Is that an oxymoron? Libertarian Banker?
No comment. So he gives $10 per month to the AMP program, and we appreciate that so much. We don't ask that. All we ask is $5 per month to get into the program, and you get to join the AMP Only Facebook group and use the AMP Only call-in line and a number of other cool little perks. So Libertarian Banker, thank you so much for your contributions.
Indeed, thank you.
As far as capitalism goes, I'm going to say banking and real estate are the top tier. They're the top of the list when it comes to capitalist notions.
Sure.
So I would say Libertarian Banker is definitely a thing.
I guess as a qualifier, if I were looking for banking services and I stumbled upon somebody who had a business called the Libertarian Bank, or I'm the Libertarian Banker, I would probably go and see them first.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the phones. We've got David calling from New Mexico. David, you're on Free Talk Live.
Yeah, standing on my street cred is I don't know how many other people fought to stay out of prison, being prosecuted actively for 5 years for insisting that certain media venues do not have the right to censor certain speech or certain speakers. The one thing I noticed, I don't know if you have noticed that you have been censored, banned off and on from YouTube and other venues, and I haven't heard you mention it, so I don't know if you've noticed it. But other free speech venues have experienced the same thing from YouTube. Specifically, for instance, if you're familiar with John B. Wells, he's at this very moment under a 3-month ban from YouTube for talking about the things that you're talking about, whether it's a virus or masks or whatever.
How do you get a 3-month ban on YouTube? It goes 1 week, 2 weeks, permanent.
Well, he's banned until May, and that was started a month or two ago. So I don't know the details, but he's banned until May on his channel. He's broadcasting on his wife's channel, Brendy Wells, on YouTube. And so John B. Wells, if you're familiar with him, and then here in Albuquerque, Kiva, which on YouTube and elsewhere is their username is Rock of Talk. He is currently banned for a week or two, and this is the second or third time. And at this very moment on K-Talks, which carries your program, KTOX, out of Needles, California, 2 of their programs, the Afternoon Drive-By is currently banned from YouTube, and this is the second or third time that has happened. And
there has been a lot of chatter about K-Talks tonight. Like most of the people watching us on D-Live, it seems, are listeners of K-Talks. And now David has mentioned it.
Say that again. What about him?
I don't know. Do you want me to repeat every word I just said? What part did you not
I didn't
get?
hear the last I didn't hear your last sentence about the K-Talk chatter.
It wasn't important.
Yeah, it's not. That's right. It's not important. It's just 2 guys. There's a dude out of New York.
Their show is important and what they do is important, but what I said was not important.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the dudes that you see talking on your D-Live chat, those 2 are not important, and actually they're pissed at me at the moment because I offended one of their buddies on the radio. So what they're saying doesn't mean anything. But anyway, and the last one is a second K-Talks program, and you can relate to this, Aria, because that's the Rob Hansen radio program, which is now the Miss Rob Hansen radio program. And if you go he's Radio Rob on D-Live, and if you go there, you can see a nice photograph of Radio Rob in drag, or in whatever the proper terminology would be, with some female appearance as opposed to the former male appearance. So it's kind of interesting that you have 2 freedom of speech loving radio broadcasters that both happen to be whatever the proper terminology is, transition from male to female or from masculine to feminine, whatever. So anyway, you can see his photograph there on his Radio Rob on D-Live under About, if you click on the About section. But anyway,
you can see her photo.
What is that? Pardon?
You can see her photo.
But I'm not going to be held to whatever the proper pronouns are. I'm not playing that game. However it comes out of my mouth is how it comes out of my mouth. So, but anyway, that's you guys, Free Talk Live, 2 at K-Talk, so that's 3. Rock of Talk, that's 4. And John B. Wells, that's 5.
We all know how to count, David. Thank you so much for the call. It's always nice to talk to her. She's such a warm little person out there in New Mexico.
She, yeah.
David, have a good night. So anyway, we've been talking about censorship because we are being censored actively. Someone else is being censored on Twitter just for sharing a link to a Stanford study.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we haven't shared any links. I mean, we really don't talk about any medical reasons not to wear masks or not to get vaccinated or anything like that. We just express that our opinion is of this. And
I bring stats all the time from the CDC. They very blatantly contradict themselves.
Sure, but we're not out here saying, hey, no, don't wear a mask. Masks don't prevent the spread of COVID-19 or anything like that. We just say, hey, we don't want to wear masks. 603-283-6160. This is Free Talk Live.
The Free State Project has reached its goal of 20,000 liberty lovers who've pledged to move to New Hampshire and get active